Jose, just how did it feel to be out there and pitching today?
Oh, it feels amazing. Uh, Being able to, start the first game and get my first one of the spring out of the way. It's always good. It's been over a month since I last pitched, so I'm finally glad I'm getting back to it again.
Looked like you were throwing a lot of sliders. Is that kind of one of your goals during camp to get a lot of usage out of that pitch?
Yeah, absolutely. I wanna. That's the pitch I worked in Puerto Rico, so it's not a finished product yet. So definitely, I was trying to get a feel for it, and I was having some good pitches with it. So that's a good sign.
How different did it feel pitching in this environment compared to where you were during winter ball? Obviously, it's a different level of competition, but what were some of the similarities and differences?
Yeah, definitely having fans for the first time in I think almost 2 years. 25% felt like 2,500%. um, that was a good thing. But yeah, better hitters, obviously. You gotta make better pitches. So, but it was overall. I my goal today was to win counts. So, kind of in the first inning I didn't do it, and the second inning, I was able to get ahead in the count way more.
Well, Kyle, what was it like just to get out there in front of fans for the first time in a year?
It was awesome. I actually missed the bus, and David was driving his car, and he was driving us. Oh wow, look, there's fans, and we were like, wow, that looks really weird, but it was awesome. Seems normal now, I guess. It feels great to have those people in the stands, and it feels like real baseball. Last year it was awful. Cardboard cutouts don't talk, but those guys do. So it was a lot of fun to have them out there.
For you, I mean, just getting out there and playing the short, everything. It looked. I don't know. It's something you've done your whole life, but it still has to feel good to get out there and get started on it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I love being at the middle with Moose. He keeps it light and loose. So does Joey, and so does Gino. It's a very loose atmosphere in the middle infield and in the whole infield. So, those guys keep it loose and fun. And but it was great getting out there and in front of the fans and actually playing a real baseball game.
For you in the games, what's kind of the biggest thing you're judging your swing on? Just knowing all the changes you made. And
timing right now. Timing is huge for me because when you learn a new move, it feels great in the off season when when a guy's throwing to you constantly, a coach is throwing to you, but it's a lot different when you're in a game and guys have different windups and stuff. So timing for me right now is everything. And I was a little bit late today, but I've been working a lot with Moose because I talked to him about my swing, and he kind of gave me some keys in my at bat when I hit the triple or the double, and which really helped me. So it was all about timing for me.
Talk about keeping it loose. How much do you see that as maybe part of your job when you're out there at shortstop is keeping everybody involved and being that leader at shortstop?
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in that. Keeping everybody engaged in the game, staying focused, because some guys bring their at bats to the field to the defense, but we can't do that this year because our defense has got to be pretty spot on with our pitching staff that we have, which is great. So we got to have a good defense behind them, but I take a lot of pride in being a leader out there and keeping it loose and having fun with Moose up the middle.
That double you hit, might have been a home run in a number of ballparks. Did that feel like one of the best hit balls you've had in a while?
Yeah, it was really good. My timing was really well on that. 2 pitches before, Moose yelled from the dugout and gave me my key, and that helped me out. But I actually thought it was going out, but the wind. Joey didn't think it was going out. That's what he told me, but he's always kidding around about that. But it was I hit the ball good, squared up on the barrel, and it was a good spring training hit.
Joey was right though, right?
Joey was 100% right. Joey is always right. Joey Votto is always right.
Your swing, or your stance, I guess, is it modeled after anyone? Because it almost has that like Rizzo, Justin Turner type look to it.
Oof. This is going to sound crazy, but the move that I try to make is kind of the same as Yelich, where he kind of sinks down and then kind of spreads out. And that's why I talked to Moose a lot about it, because him and Moose were really close with the Brewers and they were each other's hitting coaches pretty much. And so he saw me make the move the first time and he was in the cage. He's like, wow, it looks like Yelich. And so I've been picking his brain left and right about how Yelich makes his move, what he focuses on. So I would say that, and a little bit of Justin Turner. Yeah, for sure.
I apologize for being a late entry here, Kyle.
Better late than never.
Yeah. Just giving the reps to play shortstop like this, does it mean more now than it would have maybe last year when you were just trying to get a spot that, every play you're trying to kind of audition for a starting role?
I still feel that way. I never want to feel comfortable in a situation, especially if the spot's given to me or whether it's not given to me. I'm always competing and trying to get better and prove myself every day. So there's really no differences last year. I'm still trying to make this ball club and trying to get a starting job and make the team. So I don't really, every spring training I've had to tell myself this is the biggest spring training of your life. You got to go into it and try and compete every day and try and make a team and then maybe earn a starting job. But so I don't really look at it any differently than in the past years.
Looks like you have a infielder's number as opposed to a backup catcher number, though.
Yeah, I'm not Ray Lewis anymore. Not Ray Lewis at 52. I feel more like an athlete than a left guard or a middle linebacker. And you know what? It's funny is David, after I hit, he came up and he goes, you looked really different. But then I realized it's the number. I'm like, well, I'm glad thanks for noticing. But it was funny. But yeah, I like 17. It was my college number.
Oh, there it is. I was about to ask you why you changed, and there you go.
Yeah, it was my high school and college number.